Watching Dan is not on fire because he's my life. I love Dan Howe. So, bonjour. It is currently 7 o'clock and I've got about 20 minutes until the light's gone, so better do this quick. Today I'm going to be talking about Golden Sun by Piers Brown, which is the second book in the Red Rising series, which is my favourite series for quite a few years now. I love it more than a lot. I'm not going to start listing books I love this more than, but I really love this. Let's take a look inside the book. So this is the book without the cover on. Just a black book, very pretty. I never even knew what this was until I watched somebody's Golden Sun review, and they said it was a crown on fire. So that would have given me a lot if I had actually understood what that was. I'm unobservant. Then on the inside we've got these beautiful informative pages. This side it tells us all of the colours. We've got gold, silver, white, copper who are in the top band. We've got blue, yellow, green, orange, violet. I've just read those in the wrong order. Grey. That is the middle band, and then the lowest of the low are brown, obsidian, pink and red. This side we've got on the foundation of colours, just tells us a bit of history about the colours, and then here we've got a hierarchy pyramid thing. And on the next page, which was very helpful because although I'd only read Red Rising a few months before, I had forgotten a few of the characters and who they were and who they were related to, because there's quite an in-depth character, well, lots of family trees and all that sort of stuff. So got all of those there and tells you which family they all belong to. It was reminding me of who died in Red Rising. That was helpful. Something that I was very impressed with Golden Sun was how I feel that it was a better book than Red Rising. I feel like Piers Brown was really saving a lot for us here. For example, we got a lot more information about the colours. You know, we saw a lot more greys, we saw a lot more obsidians, we saw a lot more blues, I think blues are the people that work on like the fleets and the ships and all that sort of stuff. We saw a lot more pinks, we saw the same amount of golds, really, a few more really, but you know, golds. I feel like Golden Sun was actually better than Red Rising, and I just didn't even know that could happen because Red Rising really exceeded my expectations. I thought I was going to read it and be like, yeah, you know, it was good, not really my kind of book. Little did I know that sci-fi and brutality is my kind of thing. You get a lot more sci-fi in this book, really. I mean, obviously we've got Mars in the first book, but in Golden Sun we travel to Luna, which is obviously the moon, our moon, Earth's moon, which is really cool because the way he writes is, you know, you can tell he knows a lot about what he is saying, because he talks about like the atmosphere and the oxygen levels and gravity. The first big event in the book really is Darrow loses, I think it's the academy, like at the academy he needed to win and he didn't win. He was out with his massive ship, spaceship, and his fleet of like 1,000 whoever's, like greys and blues and some reds and browns and obsidians and fellow golds, all that good stuff. And yeah, the Bellona basically like trick him and they just win. Augustus then obviously tells him, you know, I'm giving you up, I don't want you anymore, I'm going to auction you off. I hate Augustus. So that's when we travel to Luna. I couldn't believe that Mustang was like with Cassius. I mean, I thought from the beginning that there was obviously some ulterior motive to it. She wasn't just dating Darrow's, you know, sworn enemy, but I don't know, I didn't know what was going on, to be honest. I loved how Darrow brought it back, you know? He was this guy who was about to get killed, he was going to be auctioned off, bought by another family, like maybe, hopefully. But then the Bellona family would have got him and they would have killed him, obviously because he'd murdered Julian. And it was all pretty shit on the Darrow front. And then he brings it back, that duel with Cassius. I feel kind of sorry for Cassius because he seems to constantly be humiliated, and he seemed like a really nice guy in Red Rising, except for being, you know, a bit of a snob. But like, you know, that's just because he's a gold, he can't really help that. Then later in the book, after Darrow is obviously successful and he's, you know, basically being king of the golds. Not literally being king of the golds for anyone that hasn't read this and you're just being spoiled right now out of your own decision. But he's like ruling it, he's killing it, and then he goes and agrees to team up with the Jackal, which is kind of ridiculous because hello, you chopped the guy's hand off, he's going to kind of hate you and he's going to betray you in the end, which he does. Have we even spoke about Roku, I don't know how to say his name. The joke of it is, all throughout the book, Darrow does not neglect the Jackal at all. You know, he gives him all his time, he's like completely acts and lies around him because he feels like that's the person he really needs to keep close to him. Like, I guess it's keep your friends close but your enemies closer. But then, little does he know, behind his back, Roku, sort of, I guess toward the end, plotting with the Jackal to overthrow Darrow, and not in like a not just a normal way, in like a brutal, horrible way. Like, it's not even like they've known each other those last 3 years or however long it's been. Roku. At the end, when Darrow was given that box by whoever he's given that box by, I have no idea, I can't remember. He opens it and I didn't even guess that there would be a head in there. I had no idea what was going to be in there. I couldn't wait to find out. I was reading like, oh my god. And then I was like, oh my god. I really like Fitchner. No, he's dead. In fact, he's Sevro's dad. Can we just talk about Sevro for a second? Sevro is like, I like how, like, Darrow is supposed to be like the heartthrob, like, you know, main character is the strong, tall, beautiful, stunning one. When in reality, Darrow isn't that attractive. Sevro is. Let's all be honest here. How many people that are reading these books are kind of like, have a bit of a crush on Sevro? Me. Oh, you know what was a really nice bit? Oh, was when Sevro and Fitchner are telling the story. Well, actually mostly Fitchner. Is telling the story of Fitchner's wife and Sevro's mum, who was a red, and it was really sad. How they just gave her a number. So emotional. A part where I was legit crying was when Darrow told Sevro that he was a red. I could not even contain myself. It was like completely incredible. Let's talk about Mustang. I kind of get how she didn't, you know, go into his mother's house after she had watched The Hollow. The boy that she's slept with, this boy that she'd loved for like 3 years, she'd nursed him back to health when he was stabbed by freaking Cassius Bologna. You know, they have a long history and he's lied to her. He's not even who he is. I like how we had an integration of the colours through the obsidian that Darrow, you know, sets free, like the Dobby of Golden Sun, basically. The ending of Golden Sun was just, it was so sad. And it's so sad because Darrow's worked so hard to bring himself up to where he was. And everyone has, you know, Sevro and Fitchner and, oh, do you know who else I really liked? What was his freaking name? Lorne. Freaking Lorne. I really liked Lorne. Shut up. Augustus as well. I think Augustus is dead as well. Do you know who I actually really liked? Victra. Nice girl, bit slutty. What was the need to kill her? Bloody Antonia. These girls are honestly just completely in it for themselves. I'm not even sure if Victra is alive. Do you think it's possible that Mustang might have ratted Darrow out to her brother? I don't feel like it's possible. Well then how did they all find out that Darrow was a red? I can't remember. But anyway, overall, I thoroughly enjoyed Golden Sun. I preferred it to Red Rising. I will probably read Red Rising and Golden Sun very soon again because it was such a roller coaster the first time and I feel like I need to slow it down more to like a nice bike ride through the country. Make no sense. But yeah, go out and read this. Go out and read Red Rising. Morning Sun. Probs January 2016. Really excited. I want there to be more than 3 books. Make this happen. Thanks for watching. See you later.